Alright guys, what's up? We're back with another episode of Goji Reviews. This intro sounds generic, I'm sorry about that. But we're taking a look at Alpha Trion, one of the 13, the archivist of the primes. Yeah, right there. Yeah, he doesn't come with an actual weapon, technically. Mostly comes as like as a makeshift shield, but he comes with primarily a book and quill. Which isn't... The quill's kind of funny. But yeah. Wait. I'm not going to toss the box this time because I made too much noise. But here, we're going to take a look at Alpha Trion, starting in his alt mode. And I just watched his mat recently. I'm going to have to watch it again at some point. Oh well, because I'm doing this thing where I make videos in bulk and just schedule their uploads. That's how I deal with it. And yeah, this guy has some good spin ability, despite being some kind of weird ship mode thing. And yeah, that's how I can describe his alt mode. It looks really nice. The paint details here just match up beautifully. The red little cockpit area, even his head being visible, kind of fits in. Like, it kind of just suits everything. There's his feet and all that. These are his shoulders, you know, his chest right here. Everything just kind of works for it being a Cybertronian mode. I can't get over how good that spin is. Let's just talk about accessories for brief mode. English. Accessories for brief mode, because I do want to discuss how you store it. So, got a tab on the leg right there. You take this book accessory. We'll open it more later, but you take either one of these tabs. I'm just going to use this one because the peg goes in here and it makes everything flush. And then you just plug it in. There you go. It's flush. Now, you can take the quill on either side. I'm going to do it here. You just you can just plug it in like so, using the slot and the tabs that are like right there. See at the underside too. Right there. Everything stores and doesn't impede the spin, doesn't impede the whole sliding on this mat. Yeah. Let's do a little bit of a size comparison. Okay, so we're going to keep things simple pretty quick. It's just going to be a size comparison with my previous review of Star Rated Ferrac and one of my more recent reviews, Strong Arm. He's a Voyager class, things fit, he's pretty chunky, pretty solid. I like that. Yeet. But now, without further ado, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to remove this and this. Now let's get into transformation, shall we? And, well, that's it for transformation. We're here with Alpha Trion, who looks really fantastic, despite this massive gap. But that's just so that this can fit like that. But yeah, again, I said in the vehicle mode or alt mode that details do stand up pretty well. Everything here does connect sort of well. The backpack, although its backpack is pretty well kept. And even his face, those eyes are painted nicely. You can tell he's got a mustache, he's an older bot, and all that fun jazz. And yeah, I do like the primarily purple color scheme. There was the other Alpha Trion, which was a reskin of, I believe it was Scourge from Studio Series. Not Rise of the Beast, but I think G1 Scourge. That's the reskin with all wings and everything. But I think I'm glad, or not, I know I'm glad I skipped on that one, because it didn't really seem to fit well. This looks a lot better, in my opinion. Yeah, and it's a pretty simple transformation too. Let's start with articulation. The head, not really on a ball joint. It don't feel like it, at least. Yeah, you gotta do any tilts. You can use the neck joint for the transformation to have him look down. Kind of just like reading stuff or whatever. Arms can rotate a full 360 degrees. You got the shoulder pad moving like that. You got the arms that go out. Bicep rotation. Over 90-degree bend. And opening fingers. Sadly, no wrist joints. Due to the way it's designed, there's no wrist joint to be had. We do, if you decide to unplug this, really. If you decide to do it like that, you technically have a waist swivel. If you also undo it like that and move that to the side, you have an ab crunch technically, but it does require you to remove these parts here. Although this one's entirely a self-contained unit, you can just have it like that. You can throw this on to the back via the big tab. And on that note, you get thigh, or not thigh rotation, but waist rotation. Legs kick that far, back that far. You don't have the stuff connected to the sides. Perfect split. You got thigh rotation, slightly above 90-degree bend. You had the toe joint for transformation, but it's really tight, so I wouldn't recommend it. And you have a really good ankle tilt. But yeah. Okay, you have to give me a moment. Now, he does have technically 4 accessories, one of which I could just actually get out of here. Hopefully. Can I just get it out? Should be able to. Oh. Yeah, the actual Autobot symbol itself is just pegged on. And you can have him kind of hold it like that. Or have him hold it with his open fingers, like so. There you go. I'm not gonna do the actual thing because this is one where I kind of just want to keep it as to where it is. However, he does have other accessories. He has this quill, first off, that he can use to write, like so. He also has his book, which the book itself is pretty detailed. You got blank page, you got this whole setup here. The display side where you see everything. And then last but not least, this side. like so. So as you can do per the box, you can have him hold the book in one hand, or just finagle it like so. Or I think it's the other way. Yeah, it's the other way, like that. And then, although I'm not the best at posing, you can make it look like he's writing into it. You can sort of make it look like he's writing into it. The hand doesn't want to let go of the book. There we go. Just jotting some notes down. However, there is one more thing you could do, and that's with this shield bit, or let's call it a shield. So you want to just separate these two, and then come like this. There you go. Keep everything up like that. That's what you can do. Let's close this for now, and then you can get rid of this. Plug it in like so. Plugs in at 2 points, 5mm peg, and 3mm peg, or port peg, I don't know. But now you have a pretty decent looking shield, but I don't know how he's gonna really defend himself. I'll figure that out one day. One day, but not today. Alright, and to keep things pretty simple, I'm just gonna put 2 figures right here from the same line and part of the 13 for a size comparison. We have Alchemist and Solus. Yeah, he fits in pretty well. He's pretty chunky, but yet at the same time, he's not like too bulky. It fits. I think it fits in very well. And yeah. So, in all honesty, that's gonna be it for today's video. I didn't go into too much detail, like just the G1 design, the whole thing with the chest and everything. It's like, I don't need to, because there's not too much. What you can see here is what you get. I think he works pretty well for what he's supposed to be doing. And, yeah. I guess the only thing that seems to be a bit bothersome is the fact he doesn't have wrist rotation. But considering how the transformation works, maybe that might be why. But I'm not gonna nag it too much. I'm not gonna complain about it so much. He's a pretty cool figure. I got him because I need 13 in my collection. And I'm gonna be a bit of a completionist for that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this simple video. And that's where I'm gonna end it off. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want to say anything, let me know in the comments below. If you want more content like this, let me know. Well, I make this a weekly thing, but I'm just gonna keep it up because, yeah, I could do that. And I tend to buy figures that look cool to me. That's kind of how my reviews go. And it's like, okay, I have a goal. Gotta complete the 13. I need Alpha Trion. And, yeah. And just to give a little bit of a teaser for the next review. If you're wondering what next week's video may be, yeah, I got him too. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.